Sir. Hi guys, a very good morning. So good morning guys. This is the class 3 of corporate accounts. So first we are going to revise what we have discussed in yesterday's class, and then we are going to start a new topic in the today's class. So unit 1, you know what is the chapter name of first chapter? Accounting for issue of shares and debentures. So in that we are seeing the introduction to the company. So how many types of entities will be there? 3 types: sole proprietor, partnership form, or company. So in the previous class we have discussed about the company. Company is having what ma? It is an artificial person created by law, having a limited liability, unlimited liability amma. Limited liability with a separate owners. So what are the features ma? First one, separate legal entity. This separate legal entity will be available for sole proprietor, partnership form, and company. And next one, coming to the perpetual succession. Perpetual succession will be there only in the case of company, will not be there in the case of sole proprietor and partnership form. What is the meaning of perpetual succession? Still the shareholders are changes also, the company will be there or will not be there? Company will be there. When coming to the limited liability, what is the meaning of limited liability ma? So personal estate will not be liable, only up to the share price only will be liable. Next one, coming to the common seal, nothing but signed by the company. So these are the some features regarding to the company. So next we have seen about what is the meaning of share. What is the meaning of share ma? It is a small part of the share capital. So the person who holding the share is called as what ma? Shareholder. So who are the directors? Directors are not the owners. Shareholders are the owners, equity shareholders. Directors are employees. So they need to run as per the rules specified by the shareholders. Who need to approval? Shareholders need to approval the actions taken by the directors. And next we have seen about the types of companies. The first primary difference is called as what ma? Private company and public company. Sir, there is a lot of difference between government company and public company. What is the meaning of government company ma? The paid up share capital of minimum 51% is held by either central government or state government or both central government or state government. That is called as what ma? Government company. When coming to the public company, government will be there or will not be there? Will not be there, but public participation will be there. Other than family members, public also can be participated. How the shareholders can purchase the shares ma? Through the stock exchange they can purchase the shares. So how many types of stock exchanges are there ma? 2 types, NSE and BSE. There they will sell and they will buy the stocks. And next, when coming to the differences, what is the meaning of private company? First of all, only limited persons will be there, only family members only will be there. Minimum members are how many ma? 2, maximum are 200, which are, here there is a one limit ma. In the 200 members, in the case of joint members, only 1 member will be counted, and in the case of employees, will be considered or will not be considered? Will not be considered. When coming to the public company, minimum 7, maximum there is any limit? There is no limit amma. There is no limit, but there is restrictions. Yes or no ma? Shares can be freely transferable, shares cannot be freely transferable. Shares cannot be freely transferable. When coming to the public company, shares can be freely transferred from one person to another person, and it can be listed. Private company is not having an opportunity of listing. When coming to the public company, having an opportunity of listing. The public company which was listed is called as listed public company. The public company which was unlisted is called as unlisted public company. So next one, private company need to convert into the public company and then only need to be converted into the listed company. Directly private company can be listed or cannot be listed. And next, company limited by shares. What is the meaning of company limited by share ma? We have taken an example of Reliance, and there is a shareholder of what ma? Mukesh Ambani. So here, what is the actual share price ma? 10 rupees. But Mukesh Ambani paid how much? 8 rupees. Still, what is the liability is existing in the hands of Mukesh Ambani? 2 rupees. The 2 rupees only liable from the point of view of Mukesh Ambani. So that is called as what ma? Company limited by shares. What is the next one ma? Company limited by guarantee. What is the meaning of company limited by guarantee ma? First of all, the shareholders will provide what ma? Guarantee. In the case of liability situations, so the ex-shareholder given how much liability? How much guarantee amma? 1 lakh. So here in the case of total loss of 10 lakhs also, So the liability of X is how much only? 1 lakh. So this is called as limited by guarantee. In the limited by guarantee, only in the case of closure of the business, they will call. So you have given this much amount of guarantee, you need to pay. Okay, now how much amount of guarantee given by the shareholder, that much amount only liable from the point of view of shareholder. So next, one-person company. As you all know, so in the year of Companies Act 2013, one-person company coming to the picture. So here, what are the two main important points, ma? The minimum paid up share capital must be 1 lakh. Only one person will be the shareholder. The directors minimum 1, maximum how many, amma? 15. More than 15 is possible or not possible? Yes, possible if you want to pass the special resolution. And next, when coming to the one person has to be converted into the private company or public company, what are the two conditions, ma? The same limits will be applicable for the small company also. Yes or no? What is the first of all paid up share capital? So should be greater than or equal to how much, ma? 50 lakhs. And turnover, average annual turnover should be greater than or equal to 2 crores. If the same limits applicable for the small company or not, ma? Yes, but less than should be there. Here what, ma? More than. There what, ma? Less than. If these two limits are less than, means that is called as a small company. So next one, share. What is the meaning of share, ma? A small part of capital divided into the denominations is called as a share. How many types of shares are there, ma? 2 types, equity share and preference share. What is the meaning of equity share, ma? Like our own brother and sister. What is the meaning of preference share, ma? Like our cousins. Okay, na? Here the dividend will pay to whom, ma? First the dividend will be paid to the preference shareholders, and then the remaining dividend only will be paid to the equity shareholders. And rate of dividend also fixed or not fixed, amma? The rate of dividend also fixed for the preference shareholders, not fixed for the ours. Nothing but equity shareholders. And next one, voting rights will be available for the equity shareholders and voting rights will not be available for the preference shareholders. And next, at the time of repayment, who will get the amount, ma? First preference shareholders, and then they will give the preference to the equity shareholders. So to conclude, the preference shareholders, we are having the two preferential rights. What are the two preferential rights? One is a fixed rate of dividend, another one is called as what, ma? Repayment of capital. In the two situations, preference share will get what, ma? Preferences. And next, types of preference shares. What are the types of preference shares, ma? Cumulative preference shares and non-cumulative. What is the meaning of cumulative, ma? In the case of non-payment of dividend in 1 year, it will be compensated in another year. It is called as what, ma? Cumulative. It is not compensating, means it is called as what, ma? Non-cumulative. Up to how many years they can compensate? Up to 3 years only they can compensate. Next one, participating, means where they need to participate, ma? They need to participate in surplus profits after the payment of equity shareholders. In case if having any surplus profits, in that surplus profits in any preference shareholder is participating, then it is called as what, ma? Then it is called as participating preference shares. Otherwise it is called as what, ma? Non-participating preference shares. And convertible and non-convertible. What is the meaning of convertible, ma? Right to convert into the equity shares. What is the meaning of non-convertible? Not having any right to convert into the equity shares. And next one is called as what, ma? Redeemable and irredeemable. Redeem means what, ma? Nothing but payment. So repay. So in India, we are having only redeemable preference shares, irredeemable, amma? Only redeemable preference shares. The maximum of how many years, ma? 20 years. Within 20 years, we have to repay to the preference shareholders. So this is the discussion we have seen in the previous class. All coming to the which unit, ma? Introduction to the company. And next, like having the types of preference shares, we are having the types of equity shares also. Okay, now next put the heading types of equity shares. So we are having mainly two types of equity shares, ma. First one is called as equity shares are issued for cash, for consideration. Equity shares are issued for cash. And second one is called as equity shares issued consideration other than cash. So what is the meaning of this one? I think you understand the first one. What is the first one, ma? We are going to issue the shares and the particular shareholder will pay the cash. It is called as normal type of equity share. What is the meaning of equity shares issued consideration other than cash, ma? Imagine we are purchasing one asset, but we are not paying the cash. We are paying what, ma? We are issuing the shares. It is called as what, ma? Equity shares are issued other than consideration of cash. So please write an example for other than consideration of cash. In a direct exchange, for land, building or another assets. So just remember, or other assets. Okay, Namma, these are the two types of shares. Which type of shares, ma? Equity or preference? Equity. So preference shares can be issued other than cash? No, cannot be issued other than cash. Only equity shares can be issued other than cash. Okay, na? So these are the types of equity shares and preference shares. And next, put the main page, ma. Open the main page. Completed, ma. Completed this one. I will say the entries in the second unit. Okay, na? Put the heading unit number 2. What is the second unit, ma? Issue of shares comma forfeiture and reissue. Issue of share comma forfeiture and reissue. So first we are going to discuss some important terminologies. So next, put the heading important. So before going to discuss the entries, we need to understand certain terminologies regarding to the companies. Issue of shares. Important terminology. If you understand these concepts, very nice. This chapter total will be completed, ma. Okay, na? So first one is called as, I think, face value. Do you know the face value? Okay. What is the face value? Not the face reading. What is this one, ma? Face value. Now, what is the meaning of face value? Okay, ma, nothing but the share value which is mentioned in MOA. I think you know the partnership deed. Okay, the students who are cleared the foundation, they know the partnership deed. What is the meaning of partnership deed? It is an agreement between the partners. So what is the profit sharing ratio and what are all the things will be available related to the partnership in partnership deed. Like the for the partnership form, like the partnership deed, for the company we are having the document called as MOA or AOA. So the two documents will be available, MOA and AOA. There the rules are available related to the company, how they are going to perform, what is the objective of company, and all the things related to the company will be available in where, ma? MOA. In MOA, whatever the share value is mentioned, that is called as what, ma? Face value. If you want, we can issue more than face value or less than face value. If you want, we can issue more than face value or at face value. Nothing but we are going to issue at face value means that is a concept called as issued at par. Okay, now more than face value means that is a concept called as what ma? Issued at premium. I will discuss. So please write the sentence. Minimum value of one share as mentioned in where it was mentioned ma? MOA. I think most of the students don't know the MOA full form. What is the meaning of MOA ma? Memorandum of Association. Oh great. Memorandum of Association. Okay na? Let us take an example. One share is equal to 10 rupees. So this is an example ma. Okay na? Normally the face value will be 10 or 100. Okay na? Only the nominal amount will be there. It will be presented in the MOA. And next one ma, issue price. What is the next point ma? Issue price. What is the meaning of issue price? At what price the company issued to the shareholders is called as what ma? Issue price. So the price at which company issued to public. Issued to public. So how many options we are having? The issue price may be are three options. We can issue at face value, below the face value, or above the face value. So in that, the first point is share issued at par. And next one, share issued at a premium. And next one, share issued at a discount. So what is the meaning of share issued at a par? So in our example, what is the face value? The face value is equal to 10 rupees and issue price also. Same or different amma? Same. If the face value is equal to what ma? Issue price, then it is called as shares are issued at par. And next, what is the meaning of premium ma? We are going to issue the share at more than face value. So for example, our face value is equal to 10 rupees as we have mentioned in the above. Not our face value, which value ma? Share face value. And issue price is equal to 15 rupees. And what is the meaning of discount ma? Face value is equal to 10 rupees and issue price is equal to 9 rupees. So these are the meanings. Shares are issued at par, at premium and at a discount. I think you have got the clear picture. But remember this point ma, this is the most important point. Issuing of shares at discount, it is prohibited in India. It is prohibited in India. As per the Companies Act, it is prohibited. So as per Companies Act, as prohibited. shares are issued at a discount. Shares are issued at discount. Okay, I'm up to here. Okay, next, there is an important point. Please write the note point. There is an exception only sweat equity shares can be issued at a discount. Normally shares can be issued at discount or cannot be issued at discount. Normally shares cannot be issued at a discount. Only which we can issue at discount. Sweat equity shares. What is the meaning of sweat equity shares? On equity shares, sweat will be there. It is called as sweat equity shares. Yes or no? No. Nothing but if you take an example, I am taking one of the company. Okay, na? X Limited. So for the X Limited, we are going to have what, employees. Imagine there is one employee. What the employee will do, that's all. Okay, na? For the work, whatever they have done by the employee, what we will give, salary. In return, we will give the salary. Okay, but at particular point of time, he has contributed more related to the organization. Not only he is doing the work, he is doing the marketing and he is doing some extracurricular activities related to the company. By way of doing that such things, the company is getting a more name. For that reason, the company is not only giving the salary, the company is also giving one option to purchase the shares at a discount. Okay, now only issue of shares means it is a benefit or it is not a benefit. It is not a benefit. If you want, he can go to the market and he can purchase. Market means nothing but NSE or stock market. And in the stock market, our share value is, for example, 100 rupees. But company is giving at an offer of what? Just pay 50 rupees. That's all. You will get the share. So it is called as what, one option given to the employees at a discount, at a parama, at a discount. It is allowed, it is not allowed. It is allowed. But other than employees, we can allow at a discount. We cannot allow at a discount. Just remember this example. Don't write anything. These are the points are sufficient. Okay, na? So we have completed, what is the first one, face value, and then we have completed about the issue price. So next put the heading, issue of shares in lump sum. Issue of shares in lump sum. Not lump sum, it is lump sum. Okay, not bribe the students. In Telugu, the bribe is called as what, lump sum. So what is the concepts are this one? Is nothing but, let us take one company as an example. You can write this example, then only you will get the clarity. And company, and there is a person called Mr. X, a shareholder, or we can take Ashwanta. Yes. So there is a one person called Yash in our classroom. He is a good person. So normally the face value is equal to 10 rupees per share. The face value is equal to how much? 10 rupees. So he is paying. The Ashwant is having a so much amount of rupees. He's having a properties are high, minimum 10 crores or 12 crores. That is the reason he is paying a spot payment of 10 rupees. So he is not interested to pay in installments. He is paying what ma at a time only 10 rupees. And the company issuing what ma shares. He is paying 10 rupees and company issuing what ma shares. This is the concept called as what ma issue of shares at a lump sum. Normally if you want we can pay in, okay, we are the middle class peoples. If you want a mobile phone, how we can purchase ma? We have to pay in installments. But she is having what ma? So much amount. That is the reason he is paying at a time. He is paying in installments. He is paying at a time. So amount overall paying at a time without putting the installments is called as what ma? Issue of shares at a lump sum. Only one entry will be passed in that type of situations. I am not discussing about the entries. I am only discussing about what ma? Concept. Then after we will discuss about the entries. Are you getting the point? So please write this one. Paying 10 rupees and getting the share. Hi Udbhav, what are you doing? Okay, next, fourth question, nothing but fourth point ma. Issue of shares. Can you expect the next point? Issue of shares in installments. Okay, guys. Okay, what are the installments will be there? First installment, second installment, like hire purchase will be there. No, here the installments are different. Here the installment means interest. That type of activities will not be there. Only actual loan amount like that will be there. So here, one share is equal to 100 rupees ma. One share is equal to what? 100 rupees. So we are the middle class people are born and brought up like Ashwant. We are a middle class people. Obviously, we cannot purchase directly by way of giving 100 rupees. So one share means we can give, but we are try to purchase more than one share, only one share. We try to purchase more than one shares. Generally in the companies, they will distribute like lots. One lot size is equal to minimum 100 or 50 like that will be there. If we take the imagine 100 100 into 100 how much? 10,000. 10,000 is not a nominal amount in our point of view, but in S1 point of view, it is a nominal amount. So that is the reason S1 will purchase in lump sum. So we are the middle class people, we cannot affordable to purchase in lump sum. We are affordable to purchase in what ma? Installments. So for the, we asked the company, is there any option of installment like? Yes sir, that is also available. So in the first installment of 20 rupees, second installment of rupees 30, and third installment of again rupees 20, and fourth installment, what is the remaining ma? Rupees 30. Okay na? 20 plus 30 plus 20 plus 30, 50. That's 100. So these are the installments. They are going to call, first installment is called as application money. What is the first installment name ma? Application money. What is the second installment name? Allotment money. What is the third installment, sir? First call money. I will say the reason why they are going to call it as application money, allotment money, first call. And what is the second one, ma? So this, the final one is called as second and final call. If we are having the third means third and final call, like that. So second and final call money. So like that, they have given the company given how many installments ma? 4 installments. You have to remember these installments ma. First installment always we are going to call it as application. Second installment we are always going to call it as allotment. Third one is called as first call, and the fourth one is called as second and final call. If you are having the fifth installment, means the fourth one is called as only second installment, and the fifth one is called as what, ma? Third and final call. Okay, now the maximum how many installments will be there? The maximum only the 4 installments will be available. So why they are going to call it as application, allotment, first call and final call? Okay, na? I will give the overview about this one, so no need to write. Okay, na? Just listen and remember, that's all. Overview of installments. If you understand this overview, easily we can write what, ma? Journal entries. Okay, na? Okay, we can take yesterday's examples. I am taking the Reliance in an example. So Reliance is a big company, a small company, amma? One of the big company. So obviously so many people are interested to purchase the Reliance. So at that point of time, 2 most favorite people are coming to the picture. Who is this person, ma? Pawan Kalyan. So Andhra Pradesh deputy CM. No, most of the people they don't know, I think so. That means Telugu students they know. Not only the Telugu, in North also they can know. Okay. Next one. Who is the another most important person? So Modi. I think it is visible. Okay, na? And there is another most important person also. Who is this person? Okay. We 3 are interested, ma. We 3 are interested to purchase what, ma? Reliance shares. Okay, na? What the company will do, ma? I think there is a concept called as prospectus. You know what is the meaning of prospectus? It is an advertisement. Okay, na? We are offering the shares. Those who are interested, the interested candidate have to apply what, ma? And at last of the prospectus, there is an application form. We have to fill that application form, and we have to pay application money, because there are so many bogus applications will be there. Without payment of application means you can apply, I can apply, and all the persons also can apply. How the company can trace it is a original or it is a duplicate like that? So it is not possible. That is the reason why. So the Pawan Kalyan is interested to purchase the Reliance company share na. What he can do, ma? He want to pay what, ma? Application money along with the application. How we can get the application? Through the prospectus. The prospectus can be given by the company in that particular website, or the underwriter will be there. I think if you remember, the underwriter means in the hands of underwriter also the applications will be there. Okay, now you can get to know, no problem. Each and every point I will say in clear. And Modi also interested, na? So the Modi is also interested, but what they need to fill, ma? They need to fill the application along with what, ma? Application money. So I need to do the same thing. So the 3 people have to do the same. First they need to fill the application. That means, so imagine in the corporate accounting, nothing but in the accounts, we have to think from whose point of view, ma? In the company point of view. Always in the company point of view we have to think. See this one, ma. What is the first one is happening, ma? The first transaction is nothing but we have received the application. After receiving, directly we can allot the shares. It is not possible. It will take 1 to 2 days like that. Okay, na? So in the Reliance point of view, they have got 1 month. 1 month to issue what, ma? Shares. To issue of shares. So after that, what the Reliance company will do, ma? After 1 month, they will allot the shares. What they will do, ma? They will allot. So this is the second point, is called as what, ma? Allotment. At the time of allotment, they need to pay certain amount. They need to pay what ma? Certain amount, nothing but second installment. So that is the reason why they are going to call it as what ma? First installment name like a application and second installment like a allotment. Okay na? At the time of allotment, they need to pay the allotment money. At the time of applications, they need to pay the application. And later on, okay, chup chop, we have all the done. We have received the share and we have paid the application money and we have paid the allotment money. So we three members are discussing. Who three ma? Pawan Kalyan, Modi ji and I. We are discussing, we are in a deep discussion and suddenly four rang. Okay na, ding ding, ring ring like that. Suddenly what came ma? Call came to the Pawan Kalyan ji, Modi ji and me. What is the call ma? From the Reliance company. Sir, you have paid the application money and you have paid the allotment money and there is this is the time to pay the another installment. Through the call we are getting na. So that is the reason why they are going to call it as what ma? First call. Okay, now if you want to pay the fourth installment means again the phone will ring. So that is the reason that is called as what ma? Second call. Another installment means third call. So that is the reason they have put what ma? Application, allotment, first call and second call. Are you getting the point or not? So these are the installments. Is there any doubts up to here? Okay, now if you want you can write or otherwise we can go. I am remembering certain film like Race Gurram in Telugu. In Race Gurram, what is the one of the character ma? Spandana. So like that will be there, you guys. Okay na? And next point ma. I think no need Okay. How many points we have discussed? 4 points. And next one, fifth one ma. Calls in arrears and calls in advance. Calls in arrears and calls in advance. Okay, end of no. Okay, while coming to my class, please eat something and come. Okay, na? You are being like, yeah, this is the first class here. Okay, once again I am taking the same example. What is the same example ma? The issue price, that one you have to write. I can copy easily. Okay na? You write this one ma. One share is equal to how much? 100. And what are the installments ma? Application 20, allotment 30, first call 20, second and final call 30. Write this one once again. We will copy here. Write somewhat edge and give the space at the beginning like one column like that. What I am saying is, so give the gap here. We have to discuss person by person and write this at the edge, at the half of the page. Okay, Nama completed. Okay, we can take certain examples. Okay, now. Okay. Who is this person? Who is this person ma? This I tell you. Okay. And I am giving a disclaimer that, and at the time of starting the movie, there is one disclaimer. Okay, na? It is an all are imaginary characters. We are not going to insult anyone like that. Okay, na? Okay. See this one, my first one. This DJ Tillu, this fellow name. I think so many people they don't know. This fellow name is DJ Tillu. Okay, na? Here this person paid what ma? Application money. This fellow paid what ma? Application. And this fellow paid allotment also. Application money he has paid, allotment money is he also paid. But when coming to the first call, he has not paid the first call. He has paid and he has not paid. He has not paid the first call. So this is the situation we are going to call it as what ma? Calls in arrears. He has not paid what? Call money. Arrear means not received. Arrear, in example, if you take any engineering college, how many backlogs, how many arrears will be there, they will ask. Arrear means what ma? Completed or not completed? Not completed. In such a way, if we are having the arrears means we will be in the same year. But when coming to the engineering college, even though if you are having the arrears, you can go to the next year, all that. So arrears means completed or not completed? Not completed. Here not received. So this is the situation, call it as what ma? Calls in arrears. Okay na? Now DJ Tillu is a good person or bad person amma? In personal he is a good person. Because of the situation he is unable to pay the what ma? Call money. So this is the concept called as calls in arrears. I am taking the next one, next example. Now our person, who is this person ma? Pushpa. Pushpa is always having the money. Yes or no ma? Because he will do such an activities, he is having all time money. So in this situation, what the situation happening means, he has paid the application money, he also paid what ma? Allotment money. When coming to the call, so he has paid the first call money, and in this first call itself he had paid what ma? Second call money also he has paid in the first call. Okay na? That means totally how much amount he has paid ma? 20 rupees of first call and 30 rupees of second call. So here this 30 rupees is called as what ma? Calls in advance. That here what ma? This 20 rupees only this fellow is not paid. In the situation of what? The situation of DJ Tillu, he is unable to make the payment of call, so that it is called as what ma? Calls in arrears. So here the 30 rupees is called as calls in advance. I think you understand the okay na? So this fellow is Pushpa. Okay, you can write, you cannot draw the DJ Tillu diagram or Pushparas diagram. Just write what ma? Or write your name in the Pushparas place and write your enemy name in the place of DJ Tillu. Now say ma, calls in arrears is asset or liability? We have to think from whose point of view? Company point of view until. So calls in arrears is a asset. We have to receivable in future. Calls in advance is a liability. We have received in advance. It is a liability. I think you know. Completed Amma these two examples. Okay na? So don't be like sad man. Please be very active. If you be active, I will say this like this example so many. Okay na? And I am taking the another person. This is worst fellow. Okay. See this fellow, stop is saying like that. Gundu fellow. Okay na? Ball head fellow. Ball head, ball head. I think it is visible. Okay. This fellow have paid what ma? Application money he has paid. Without the application, shares are allotted or not allotted, ma? Not allotted. For that is the reason he has paid what ma application. But when coming to the allotment, he has not paid. Coming to the allotment, he has paid or not paid, ma? He has not paid. And obviously call money also he is not paid. So imagine you are the company. Imagine you are the company. What you will do, ma? You will wait for the second caller, or you will cancel the shares which was allotted to this Gundu fellow. We are going to cancel. So here we have seen up to here, up to the payment of what ma? Up to the payment of first call we have seen. He is able to pay na, he is unable to pay na. He is unable to pay. So what we will do, ma? We will do F. F means not what you are thinking in your minds. It is what ma? Forfeiture. Forfeited the shares. What is the meaning of forfeited of shares, ma? Cancellation of the shares. So we can write share cancel. If you want, you can write what ma? Bullhead fellow like that. He is one of the worst fellow. He is unable to pay what ma? Allotment money. Who? Udbo. No, Udbo is also having the bullhead na, no? Okay. If you see that fellow, you will remember. Okay. One time I will show that fellow. Forfeiture of shares. Completed up to here. Sir, see this in this situation, we have received the application money na. We have received what ma? Application money. So we are cancelling the shares means we have to refund the application money to that Gundu fellow. We have to refund or we should not refund. He done the wrong thing, man. He has given what ma? Trust on us. He has given he has paid the what ma? Application money and we have allotted. On the faith of application money we have allotted, but what this person is doing, he is paying or he is not paying? He is not paying. That means he has damaged our trust. So that is the reason the application money we have to refund or no need to refund? No need to refund application money. No need to refund application money in the case of forfeiture. Okay na? If we paid the application money, some of the situations a particular person will pay what ma? Application money and allotment money. At that point of time, we have to repay na, we should not repay na, we should not repay. Some of the situations will be like that. He has paid what ma? Application and allotment. No need to refund the application money. Then this will be what ma? It is a profit, it is a loss, amma. It is a profit to the company, yes or no? Because no need to refund, need to refund, no need to refund. Which type of profit ma? Regular profit, irregular profit? Irregular. It is not an operating activity. I think you know the operating activity. What is the meaning of operating activity? Sale of goods. By that, if you are receiving any profit, means that is an operating profit. Normal net profit we can call it as. It is what ma? Irregular profit. Irregular profit is called it as. Can you say the irregular profit ma? It is a capital profit. It is a capital profit. So here the important point is this one. Okay na? And next we are going to take another fellow. Sir, if you understand easily, you can write what ma entries. So this is the last example. Who is Shima? Radhika. Radhika will do what ma always mosam. Like always she will do the trust baking. First is she will say what ma, I am in love with you. Then after what she will say ma, I cannot love with you. So like that, so always she will do. So she is what is this name ma? Radhika. So here also the same. She has paid what ma? Application money, but she has not paid the allotment. Obviously what we will do? For a feature, cancel the shades. So we are going to forfeit the shades. Forfeited shares, what we can do? Simply we are cancelling and putting in our books of accounts, huh? Or what we can do? Reissue. Oh, you are having so much knowledge, ra. So such a way, so we can reissue. We can reissue the shares. So here comes the very important point you have to remember. At the time of reissue, we can reissue the shares at par and at premium and at a discount also. At par, at a premium and at discount. Normally the shares can be issued at discount. The shares cannot be issued at discount, but reissue shares can be issued at a discount. Okay na? So at par, at premium and at a discount. Please write the note point there. In general, shares cannot be issued at a discount, comma, but reissue of shares can be issued at a discount. Reissue of shares can be issued at a discount. Okay, Nama? So these are the points. I think what you understand this one up to know. What is the face value? What is the issue of price at premium and discount and at par? But discount is possible or not possible, Amma? Not possible. After that, we have seen shares can be issued at lump sum and shares can be issued in installments. What are the installments we have seen? And then what is the meaning of calls in arrears and what is the meaning of calls in advance and what is the meaning of forfeiture of share and what is the meaning of reissue of shares. So reissue of shares can be issued at a discount, no problem. And next we are going to see the journal entries. So next put the heading accounting for issue of shares. Now coming to the picture. Okay, ma. We have to understand the situations. What is the first situation, ma? Before that, we have seen the overview, na. In that overview, what is the first situation? Application money received or paid? Received. We have to think from whose point of view? Company point of view. So first one, application money received. Sir, here in this chapter we have to use the bank only, because directly the shareholder will not come into the company and he will give the cash. He will purchase the share only through the bank accounts. So what is the entry we can write, ma? So anything we received, so comes in or goes out? Comes in. What we need to do? The bank will be debited. So bank account debit to, who is the giver? Shareholder or member. But actually the shareholder will be the owner. Owner name can write in the books of accounts. No, normally if it is a situation of bringing the capital, means what is the entry for capital bringing into the business? Bank account debited to capital account. But here we have allotted the shares. Till now we have not allotted any share. First we will issue the application, based on that we will go into allot. So till now we have not allotted the shares, and we should not write the person name in the books of accounts. If you go on writing the person name, means how many number of shareholders will be there? More than thousands, 10,000 will be there. If you write all the shareholders name, it will take how many days? A life will be taken. So one dummy account we have to put. The dummy account name is called as what, ma? Share application account. What is the dummy account name, ma? Share application. Actually what we need to write? Person name. So debit the receiver, credit the giver. That person is giving the, not giving, ma? Giving. But instead of that, a dummy account, call it as to share application account. So we are not going to write anything, the amounts. The heading will be the narration, amma. What we can write the narration? Being application money received. Okay, na? So being application money received. Okay, what is the next one we are going to do, ma? Now after receiving the money, we are going to allot the shares. So allotment money transferred to share capital. So this, sorry, application money transferred to share capital. So application money transfer to share capital. Sir, okay, we are transferring the application money to share capital. What is the entry we can write? Share capital will be always on which side, ma? Credit side. Okay, credit side. And then what is the debit? So we have created one dummy account, na? What is the dummy account, ma? Share application account. We have to reduce this one. Now actually this account is showing which balance? Credit balance. If anything available in the debit, means it is a debit balance, it is a credit balance. In order to cancel the credit, what we can do? Cancellation means we should not strike it off in the accounts. What we can do, ma? We are transferring credit to debit. Then what is the entry, ma? Share application account debited to share capital account. Okay, super. And write the entry. Share application account debit to share capital account. Being application money transferred to share capital. Sir, these are the entries we have to remember like this only, ma. So being application money transfer to share capital. Okay, what is the next one, ma? Okay, first caller. Allotment money we have not received na. So just we have transferred that application money to the share capital. And next we have to receive. What we need to receive, ma? We have to receive the allotment money. Nothing but due we can call it as. Nothing but what we can call it as, ma? Due. Nothing but outstanding. Due means what, ma? Outstanding. Can you say the expenses outstanding account entry? Salary outstanding entry. What is the salary outstanding entry? Salary account debited to outstanding salary account. So here also what we need to receive, ma? Capital we need to receive. We need to receive what, ma? Capital. From whom we need to receive? From the shareholder. We can write the shareholder name, ma? We cannot write the shareholder name. And again what we need to write, ma? One dummy account. What is the dummy account, ma? In the case of allotment, na? Share allotment account debit. We have to receive from that particular person. That is an asset. That is an asset. Asset having which balance, ma? Debit balance. So what we need to do? Debit. And credit side what we need to write, ma? Share capital. Share capital. So write the third one. Allotment money due. Allotment money due. Okay, in bracket you can write like this. We have to receive allotment money. What is the meaning of due, ma? We have to receive the allotment money. So what is the debit asset, ma? Who has to give, ma? Shareholder. Nothing but debtor. Debtor what we need to do? Debit. But we should not write the shareholder name because he is a owner, he or she. So what we can write, ma? Share allotment account debit to what we need to receive? Capital. So to share capital account. To share capital account. I think you understand this one. Okay now. So next one. What is the fourth entry, ma? After writing the due entry, we are going to receive what, ma? Allotment money. So what is the fourth one, ma? We can write the narration, no need. So allotment money received. So what is the entry at the time of allotment money received, ma? If you receive anything, what will be debited? Bank will be debited. So bank account debit to person name we can write or we cannot write. We cannot write the person name, but a dummy account which we have debited in the third journal entry, what we need to do, ma, now? We have to do the cancellation. So cancellation means we need to transfer to which side? Credit side. So what we can write, ma? To share allotment account. Being allotment money received. Okay, na guys, are you understanding the point, ma? So observe the scenario of 1 and 2 first. What is the actual capital receipt entry, ma? Bank account debited to capital account. Yes or no, ma? So this is the actual entry. We have to write like this. So observe the first two entries, ma, first. So first we have write the bank account debited to application money and share application account debited to share capital. We can strike off this two. Share application money is there or not there? No. Share application account is not there. First we have credited and then we have debited. And now what is the ultimate entry we are going to get, ma? Bank account debited to share capital account. So fine. The final conclusion we are going to get this one only. And observe this 3 and 4 ma. Allotment we have debited, and once again allotment we have credited. So is there or not there ma? Allotment account is not there in the books of accounts. Ultimate which entry we are going to get? Bank account debited to share capital account. Are understanding it or not? So next, what is the fifth one? I think you can guess the fifth entry. Application completed, allotment completed. What is the fifth one ma? First call. First call due or first call received? Due. First, from the allotment onwards, we have to write first what ma? Due, and then we have to write what ma? Received. At the time of application, first we will receive, and then we are going to allot the shares. So first call money due. First call money due. Same like a credit sales. First credit sales we have to write the due entry. Yes or no ma? Here also like that only. We are selling the share at a credit basis at what ma? Credit basis only. Installment means what ma? Before going to receive the installment, we have to write what? Due entry. Same like that. Okay. First call money due. Nothing but what ma? First call money we have to receive. Now what is the entry ma? What we need to receive? Capital. From whom we need to receive? Shareholder. Okay. Receiver, giver, debit the receiver, credit the giver. So he is a debtor. What he has received? Already he has received the shares. But now he need to pay what ma? He need to pay the money. He is a debtor or creditor? He is a debtor once again. So but we should not write the shareholder name in the books of accounts. So instead of that one, what we need to write ma? A dummy account called, so share first call account debited to, what we need to receive ma? To share capital account. Are you getting the point, sir? Okay. Okay na ma. And next, what is the sixth one ma? We are going to receive the first call money. So first call money received. What is the entry? So we are receiving means bank should be debited, and which one we need to cancel? Share first call money we have to cancel. Share capital we should not cancel. Okay na? So bank account debited to share first call account. Guys, are you getting it or not? Or otherwise, I will explain this logic, you can get to. So first we have to write the credit sale entry na. What is the credit sale entry ma? Don't write this one. Okay na? So what is the credit sale entry? Debtor account debited to sales, no doubt about it. So we are writing the sales, so that what we are doing now ma? Sale is an income, for that is the reason we are crediting. And we are selling the goods means something received by that particular person. So that particular person is receiver or giver? Receiver. So what is that person name ma? Debtor. If that person is Mr. X means we can write what ma? Mr. X account debited to sales account. The same logic ma here also. Here also we have to apply what ma? Same logic. What is the logic here? We have to receive what ma? Capital. Here we have to receive what ma? Sale amount. We have credited their capital amount, we have credited the share capital. Okay na. And from whom we have to receive here? Debtor na. That is the reason we are writing what ma? Debtor name. But when coming to the books of accounts, we should not write the owner name. We should not write the owner name. That is the reason we are creating one dummy account is called as what? At the time of allotment, allotment account. At the time of first call, share first call account. Same like that. When we are receiving the amount, which entry we are going to pass ma? Amount received from debtor, which entry we are going to pass? Bank account debited to debtor account. We have previously what we have done, debited. Now what we are doing, credit, because in order to reduce that particular balance. Are you getting the point? The same logic apply to the due and receive of first call, second call, or allotment. Are you getting the point? Is there any doubts? You confirm me, I will go through. Okay na? So what is your name, ma? Huh? Keshava. Keshava. Okay, I think I will take your food also. Okay, what is your name? Likit. Are you understanding? Is there any doubts in the allotment? Huh? This one you are not understanding, huh? This green one. Okay. Okay. No need. These entries are not there in our corporate accounts. Those are entries related to Atma financial accounting. So I think you understand the 5 and 6. No problem. Okay, there is no doubt about it. Okay, delete that one. For your understanding sake, I have taken that example. Okay, otherwise not to relate to that one. Understand this one. And what is the second column? The final 2 entries are there. So come on first. What is the 7th one? Second call due or received? Due. So second and final call due. I am not writing anything. I think you understand. What is the meaning of due, ma? We have received, we have to receive. We have to receive. We have to receive means he is a debtor. What we can do the debtor, ma? Debit. Nothing but he has already taken what? He has already taken the shares from us. So receiver. We should not write the owner name. So that is the reason what we need to debit, ma? Share second and final call account debited to what we need to receive, ma? Share capital account. Okay na? What is the final entry, amma? 8th one. Second and final call money received. So what is the entry for this one? Can you guess? Bank account debit to share. Which account we need to cancel, ma? Share second and final call account. Is there any doubts up to here? Okay, now if you discuss certain examples, we will get a more clarity. Okay, na? So what is the chapter name? Issue of shares for feature and reissue. Don't forget. What is the yesterday's chapter name? Introduction to the company. Okay. And next. So till now we have discussed the journal entries, and now we are going to see the examples. Okay, now let us start the examples. So still half an hour more. 1 or 2 examples, we will get a energetic. You have to participate. Okay, now if you participate, you are not going to get any sleep. Otherwise, what you will get? Okay, here first we have to write certain note points, ma. Write the note points. You may not understand these note points now, but in the examples you will get a clear picture. Okay, na? First one, share capital account is always right? 3 to 4 times or 5 times. Always, always and always credited with face value only. If you see the above journal entries, go and see. Always share capital credited or debited, amma. Always share capital debited or credited? Credited, because it is a liability. That is the reason it will be what ma? Credit. Asset is a debit. Liability is a credit. So remember these 4 points. So I will not going to explain anymore. So expenses ma. Expenses and assets are one team. Expenses and assets. Nothing but if the cash given, then only the asset will come into the picture. Okay na? You can remember like that. And incomes and liabilities are another team. If there is a liability, you will get the money. Like that you can remember. Expenditure and asset are one team, and income and liabilities are another team. This team name is debit team. What is the team name of expenses and asset? Debit. And what is the team name of incomes and liabilities? Credit. One is a debit, means automatically. Another one is what ma? Credit. If the debit balance increases, we should do debit only. If the credit balance increases, we should do credit. Decreases means opposite. So remember, so increase decrease, forget about the increase decrease ma. Remember these 2 points is sufficient. Incomes and liabilities will have which balance ma? Credit balance. And expenses and asset will have which balance ma? Debit balance. That's all. So if you see, always share capital is debited or credited ma? It is credited. Always here which value we should disclose ma? Face value of share only we need to disclose. And next ma, you will understand this point at the time of examples. Okay na, don't worry. And the second point, when shares are issued at premium. What is the meaning of shares issued at premium ma? More than face value or less than face value? More than face value. Then securities premium account. Then securities premium account is credited below to share capital account. Why ma? If you issued at premium, 2 things will be there. What is the first point ma? Face value, and the extra amount is called as what ma? Premium. For example, 10 rupees is the face value ma. 10 rupees is what ma? Face value. But this share we are going to issue at 12 rupees is the issue price. IP, can I call it as the IP? IP is not an insolvent person. Issue price. Okay, here the extra 2 rupees we are going to call it as what ma? The extra 2 rupees is called as a premium. Premium will also be credit or debit ma? Premium will also be credit because it is an income to us, profit. Incomes and profit, what we can do ma? Just now we have discussed. So incomes and profit we can do what ma? Credit. So but below to the share capital. Only 10 rupees will be credited to share capital, and remaining 2 rupees will be credited to which name ma? Securities premium account. Are you getting the point? You will get the more clarity in the examples. Okay na? So please highlight this securities premium. Securities premium account. In some author books, they are going to call it as securities premium reserve account. But the best way of sentence is what ma? Securities premium account. It is not in any reserve. Okay nama? So these 2 points we have to remember before going to the further discussion. So let us start the examples. So basic conceptual examples. Put the heading. basic conceptual examples. So example number 1. Sorry guys. Shares are issued at par. What is example number 1 ma? Shares are issued at par. Okay, we have to write the question. Shikara Limited issued 1 lakh shares of rupees 10 each to shareholders, or we can write to public. Issued 1 lakh shares of rupees 10 each to the public. Payable as follows. Payable as follows. 10 rupees na. Rupees 3 on application. Rupees 5 on allotment. And what is the remaining ma? Rupees 2 on first and final call. Okay na? So pass the journal entries. For issue of shares. Pass the journal entries for issue of shares. I have taken only 3 installments because it will take less time. Okay, we have to pass the entries ma. Let us start. Okay na? Okay. What is the format of the journal ma? Just a second guys. What is the format of journal? Date, particulars, LF, debit amount and credit amount. So in the examination while writing the journal entries, you have to draw what ma? Format, and you have to write. Otherwise the examiner will not going to allot you the full marks. Okay na? So in your book, as over your wish you can write, but in the examination what ma? You have to draw the format and you have to write. That is the reason what the student will do. Not only the student, at the point of studying me also, what the sir will do, I will write that one only. What the sir will write on the board, I will write only the same thing. That is the reason why I am writing in that much slow and neat. If I write like this, you will get the motivation. Sir only writing that much slow, and we have to write, we have to maintain the notebooks in that such a manner. That is the reason I am drawing the lines, I am highlighting the words, I am taking the example. That is only the reason. Okay nama? So what is the heading you have to put ma? Journal entries in the books of Shikara Limited. So I am taking an example. It is not a company. Okay na? It is a partnership firm. Okay na? Like I am giving the conclusion. So what are the columns? Date, particulars, LF, debit rupees and credit rupees. Okay now, if you understand these examples, easily we can do the questions. That is not a matter. Yes, on our own, sir. Give me a practice, you will say like that. That is the reason I am explaining in that much slow. It is a first chapter. Okay, date column we are going to leave it off. We don't know about the dates, date of issue of application, like that. Okay, na? So what is the first entry, ma? We are going to receive the application. So just I am putting the 1. Okay, na? So what is the entry, ma? Bank account debited to share allotment application, amma. Share application account. Sir, what is the amount we have to put? How many shares we have issued, ma? In total, I have issued the 1 lakh shares. What is the application amount? 3 rupees. So 1 lakh into 3 we have to write 1 lakh into 10 we have to write 1 lakh into 3 only. Only the application amount only we are receiving. That means each share is how much? 3. And the total shares are how much? 1 lakh. What is the total amount? 3 lakhs. Are you getting the point or not? Okay, na? So you can write like this. What is the calculation, ma? 1 lakh shares into 3 rupees, that is equal to how much, ma? 3 lakhs. What is the narration? Being application money received. I think, do you get the point or not? So here the amount is important. You know the entry. Already we have learned in the previous 10 minutes before. Here the amount of application is important. What is the second one, ma? What is the second journal entry? We are transferring the share application to the share capital. What is the entry, ma? Share application account debited to share capital account. The same amount or different amount, amma? Same amount. The same amount of 3 lakhs we are going to transfer to the share capital. So what is the narration, ma? Being share application money transferred to share capital account. Okay, guys? Okay. What is the next one? I'm going a fast manner, ma, because already I have discussed the entries. Third one, na? So try to draw one line only to the particulars column. Okay. What is the third one? Due, na? Due or received? Due. Which amount we have due? Allotment money we have due. So what is the entry, ma? Share allotment account debited to share capital account. Share allotment account debited to share capital account. Sir, what is the amount, ma? So each share is equal to how much? Each share is 5 rupees. How many shares we have issued? 1 lakh. What is the total amount? 5 lakhs. So write the calculation there. 1 lakh into 5, that is equal to how much, ma? 5 lakhs. Being allotment money due. What is the next entry, ma? Fourth one is nothing but allotment money received. So what is the entry, ma? Bank account debited to share allotment account. So what we have debited in the previous, we are going to credit. The same amount or different amount, amma? Same amount of previous 5 lakhs or 3 lakhs? 5 lakhs. Being allotment money received. Being allotment money received. Okay. 5. What is the fifth one, ma? First call money due and first call money received. So write fast, ma. What is the first call money due entry? Share first and final call account debited to share capital. Share first and final call account debited to share capital account. How much, ma? What is the value? 2 into 1 lakh. Yes or no, ma? That is equal to how much? 2 lakhs. So 1 lakh shares into 2, that is equal to how much, ma? 2 lakhs. What is the narration, ma? Being share first and final call due or money due. Completed. So the final one. So I'm scrolling up. Is there any problem? What is the last entry, ma? 6. What is 6th one? Receive one. So bank account debited to share first and final call account. How much we have received, ma? 2 lakhs. Being share first and final call money received. Is there any doubts, ma? So these are the entries we are easy. Issued at par or premium, ma? Issued at par. So how many examples you have completed, ma? One example. Next example number 2. So this is a simple concept, don't worry. Example number 2. Shares issued at par lump sum. We can issue the equity shares. We can issue at lump sum and installments, na. So before one, what, ma? We are issuing the share at installments. It is a concept called as what, ma? We are issuing the share at lump sum. That means the total amount we are going to get in at the time of application only. Okay, na? So write the example. Ikara Limited issued 1 lakh shares of rupees 10 each in lump sum. So how many entries, sir? So many entries will be there, 10 or 12, like that will be there. Only 2 entries, only 2 entries. Issued at lump sum means only 2. So first of all, we are receiving the application money directly for capital we are going to receive. First, we are going to receive at the time of application 10 rupees totally we are going to receive. What is the entry we need to write? Bank account debited to share application. Okay, na? Yes or no, ma? Bank account debited to share application. After that, we are going to transfer the share application money to share capital. What is the entry, ma? Share application account debited to share capital. But here it is a lump sum, na? We should not write only share application. We have to write what, ma? Share application and allotment. So instead of share application, what we need to write, ma? Share application and allotment. Remember, in the case of installments, only share application and again share allotment we will write separately. But here both are doing at a time, na? That is the reason we have to change the name as share application to share application and allotment. What is the first entry, ma? Directly I am writing the entries. Okay, na? Application money received. So what is the entry, ma? Bank account debited to share application and allotment account. Okay, na? Remember, highlight this one, share application and allotment. How much amount we are going to receive? The total amount, only 1 rupee. The total amount, 1 lakh into 10, that is equal to how much, ma? 10 lakh rupees. What is the narration, ma? Being application money received. Being application money received. What is the second point? Application money transfer to share capital. What is the entry we need to write, ma? Share application and allotment account debited to share capital account. Share application and allotment account debited to share capital account. The same amount or different amount, amma? Same amount of rupees 10 lakhs and 10 lakhs being application money transfer to share capital. Being application money transferred to share capital. So these are the entries at the time of lump sum, installment sum, lump sum. Before example, at the time of installments. And last final case. Okay, na? Shares are issued at premium. We can discuss this one and we can close. Okay, na? The final example number 1 or 2 or 3, amma? 3. Example number 3. Shares are issued at a premium. Okay, ma. See this example. Shikhara Limited have issued how many shares, ma? Issued 1 lakh shares. So here at the rate of 100, at the rate of how much, ma? 100 is the face value. So we are having the 3 installments. First one is called as application, second one is called as allotment, and like that. So 30 rupees, 50 rupees and 20 rupees. So 30, 50 and 20. Here there is a premium amount of 20 rupees, ma. What is the premium amount, ma? 20 rupees. Generally this premium will be collected at the time of allotment. Generally this premium will be collected at the time of allotment. So we are going to collect this premium at the time of allotment. Sometimes in the examination they will specify. They may collect the premium in at which point of time, at the time of first call also they can collect. If they mention means we can take at that point of time. If nothing is mentioned means at which point of time we are going to collect the premium, we are going to collect the premium at the time of allotment. Okay, na? So we have to see the entries for this one. So fast 10 minutes we can complete, nothing worry. So generally remember what are the note points we have recorded, ma? At the time of before the discussion of first example, always and always so created with face value. Which one? Share capital. In the case of premium will be transferred to which account? Securities premium. That also will be credited or will be debited? Will be credited. I will explain only 2 installments entries. The last final call installment entries we have to pass. Okay, na? That are the simple na. The premium included in which installment? Second installment, nothing but allotment. Up to allotment I will discuss. So this 2 entries you have to pass on your own. Okay, na? So let us start. So first one, ma. First one we are going to receive the application money. What is the entry, ma? Directly bank account debited to share application account. What is the amount, ma? 30 rupees. Yes or no? 100 or 30, amma? 30 into 1 lakh. That is equal how much, ma? 30 lakhs. So while writing the amounts in the examination, try to put the commas. Otherwise, the calculation mistakes will be happen. If you are not putting the commas means we don't know whether it is a 10,000 or 1,000. So in the case of 1,000, we will take 10,000. Unfortunate mistakes will be happen. So narration, I am not going to write. So because you know what is the narration, ma? Being application money received. So what is the second one, ma? Transferring the application money to the share capital. What is the entry? Share application account debited to share capital account. The same amount or different amount, amma? Same amount. How much? 30 lakhs and 30 lakhs. Okay, nama. Okay, now this is the most important. Third one, put the star mark. How much amount we need to receive at the time of allotment, ma? 50 is the face value plus 20. Totally we are going to receive how much? 70. You know, 50, so 30 face value, 50 also face value, 20 also face value. The extra 20 rupees we are going to collect from the at the time of allotment. Total 70 we are going to receive. So the due entry we have to record for how much rupees? 70 lakhs. So what is the entry we have to write, ma? Share allotment account. How much? 70 or what, ma? 70 lakh we have to receive totally, total due we have to receive from the shareholder. But see this one, ma, don't write anything. So see this one, generally what we need to write, ma, to share capital, but there is a note point, na. Always we have to transfer to the share capital what, ma? Face value. So here the face value means how much? Out of the 70 rupees, 50 rupees is the face value and 20 rupees is the premium. Okay, na? The face value only should be transferred to the share capital. So nothing but 1 lakh into 50 into 70 amma, into 50, that is equal to how much, ma? 50 lakhs. And remaining 20,000, sir, will be transferred to which account? To security premium account. I think are you getting the point or not, ma? So how much, what is the calculation, ma, here? 1 lakh into 20 rupees. So that is equal to how much, ma? 20 lakhs. Okay, na guys, are you getting the point or not? So being, what is the narration, ma? Being allotment money received. So what is the fourth one? Being allotment money due. So here, ma, what is the fourth one? Allotment money received. What is the entry, ma? Simple, na? Bank account debited to. Which thing we have to cancel from above entry? We have to cancel the allotment, share capital, securities premium. We have to cancel the allotment. So to share allotment account. How much money we have received, ma? 70 rupees, not the 20. Total 50 plus 20, totally we are receiving how much? 70. 70 into 1 lakh, how much, ma? 70 lakh. And we have debited previously for how much amount of allotment, ma? 70 lakh. Now debit is equal to credit. Sir, I think, do you get this entry? Is there any doubt about this one? Guys, about this one, is there any doubt? So like this we have to pass. When coming to the fifth one, what is the entry, ma? Share first and final call account debited to share capital directly. There is no premium amount included. What is the amount we have to put there? So 20 into 1 lakh, that is equal to 20 lakhs. And next, what is the entry? Sixth one, bank account debited to share first and final call account. How much, ma? 20 lakhs. So remember this one. Is there any doubts up to here or not, ma? No. So now you can understand these two note points. What are the two note points, ma? Always we have debited with face value. Where is this one? Always we have debited with what, ma? Sorry, we have credited with what, ma? Face value. In the case of premium, security premium account also debited or credited, ma? Credited. So below the share capital. Yes or no, ma? Here also what we have done, ma? So below the share capital, we have credited what, ma? Securities premium. Are you getting the point? Why we are credited, ma? This is also one of the liability we have taken from whom? We have taken from the shareholders, but separately we are showing. We are not showing under the head of what, ma? Share capital. We are showing under the head of what, ma? Securities premium. That's all. Are you getting the point or not? Is there any doubt, ma? So that's all about the today's discussion. In the today's class, we have started the new unit. What is the unit name? Issue of shares, per feature and reissue. We have discussed some of the terminologies like what, ma? Issue, first face value, issue price. Just a second, guys. So face value means amount mentioned in the MOA, and issue price we can issue at par premium and discount, but discount allowed or not allowed? Not allowed, but sweat equity shares we can issue at discount. And next, lump sum means only one installment will be there, and installments means we are having nearly 3 to 4 installments will be there. So next overview we have discussed. First we will receive the application, and then we are going to allot the shares. So we have discussed this one, and then what is the meaning of calls in arrears, and what is the meaning of calls in advance, and what is the meaning of forfeiture, and what is the meaning of reissue we have understand. So here if you want you can put what calls in arrears, comma, calls in advance, comma, forfeiture and reissue. If you want you can put like that. So but reissue shares we can issue at a discount also, it is permissible. And next we have discussed about the accounting entries, and then we have discussed about the 3 examples: issued at par, lump sum, issued at par at installments, issued at par at lump sum, and issued at a premium we have discussed. Is there any doubts, ma? So that's all about the today's class. We are going to discuss another topics in the tomorrow's class. Thank you. Have a nice day.